What is the Ba? From Nuke on Nefer by Nefer Amen. This audio presentation is read and voiced by Shakim Ra. It is provided to the public by Amen Ra University. Page 25. The Divisions of the Spirit. According to the Kemetic spiritual teachings, man or woman has 7 vehicles, 5 in the metaphysical region and 2 the physical, 1 electromagnetic and 2 molecular on the earthly plane. The Ba is a spiritual vehicle wherein dwell the spiritual laws that must govern man or woman's life and the Asar or Osiris faculty. It is thus the divine spirit in man and woman. When consciousness is elevated to this vehicle, oneness with God and all is achieved. Man shares in God's omnipresence and is therefore able to influence all creatures in the world through his or her will, given the fact that he or she is present, although not consciously, in all other creatures. The Ba is the vehicle of immortality as the receptacle for the laws that make up man's divine self-image. The Ba is man's true soul. Since most people have not experienced this part of being, they take the Sahu, one of the lower parts of being, to be their soul. From the mystic chapters of the Ra'u Nu Pert Imheru, the ancient Egyptian Book of Enlightenment by Dr. Muata Ashby, page 135. The hieroglyphic symbol of the Ba is the Jabiru bird. The Jabiru is a stork. It symbolizes the nature of the soul to spread its wings and take flight and exist apart from the body. The Ba is the heart or soul which dwells in the Ka with the power of metamorphosis. Sometimes described as the soul and higher self, it is seen as a spark from the universal Ba. The Ba may be dialogued with and can be a spiritual guide to the developing individual. It is the equivalent of the Hindu Atman or Atman. It is the indestructible, eternal, and immortal spark of life. It is not affected by anything that may happen to the senses, body, mind, or intellect, higher mind. Through the mind, the Ba, soul consciousness projects and keeps together an aggregate of physical elements, earth, air, water, and fire, in a conglomerate that is called the psychophysical personality. When the soul has no more use for the physical body, it discards it and returns to the universal Ba if it is enlightened. If it is not enlightened, it will tune into another aggregate of elements to make another body, or reincarnation. The dispute between a man and his Ba, Papyrus Berlin 3024. This famous text is preserved in a single manuscript, which dates from the 12th dynasty. The first portion is missing. In its present form, it consists of 155 vertical columns, broken by a number of lacunae. An exceedingly difficult and intriguing work, it has engendered a great deal of controversy. In translating it for this anthology, I had 2 choices: to provide sentence-by-sentence summaries and discussions of the widely diverging translations and interpretations. This would have required many pages of annotations, or to dispense with notes altogether. I have chosen the latter course. Scholars familiar with the text know its problems. Those unfamiliar with it who wish to study it in detail are advised to consult all translations and commentaries. My translation owes much to that of Faulkner, though I differ from him on a number of points, especially on the rendering of the crucial word ihim, where I hold with those scholars who take it to mean lead toward, not hold back from. Given the variety of interpretations, I also refrain from a general discussion of the meaning of the work and content myself with a bald and brief sketch of what I believe to be its plot. A man who suffers from life longs for death. Angered by his complaints, his Ba threatens to leave him. This threat fills the man with horror, for to be abandoned by his Ba would mean total annihilation instead of the resurrection and immortal bliss that he envisages. He therefore implores his Ba to remain with him and not to oppose him in his longing for death, a death that he does not appear to contemplate as a suicide, but rather as a natural, though greatly welcome death. He says, to be followed by a traditional burial. The Ba counters his pleas by telling him that death is a sad business, and that those who have fine tombs are no better off than those who have none at all. His Ba urges him to stop complaining and to learn how to enjoy life. And then it tells him two parables designed to drive home the point that life is worth living. The man's final answer is delivered through 4 exquisite poems, in which he deplores the miseries of life and exalts death and resurrection. In a brief concluding speech, the Ba agrees to remain with them throughout all eternity. As I see it, the work is composed of a mixture of the 3 main styles of Egyptian literature: prose, symmetrically structured speech, and lyric poetry. In order to say their tongue is not partial, a payment. Their tongue is not partial. I opened my mouth to my Ba to answer what it had said. This is too great for me today. My Ba will not converse with me. It is too great for exaggeration. It is like deserting me. My Ba shall not go. It shall not attend to me in this, in my body with the net of cord. It shall not be able to flee on the day of pain. Look, my Ba misleads me. I do not listen to it, drags me toward death before I come to it, casts me on fire so as to burn me. It shall be near me on the day of pain. It shall stand on that side as does a falcon. It is he who comes forth. He has brought it himself. My Ba, too ignorant to still pain in life, leads me toward death before I come to it. Sweeten the west for me. Is that difficult? Life is a passage. Trees fall. Tread on the evil. Put down my misery. May Tahuti judge me, he who appeases the Necheru. May Khonsu defend me, he who writes truly. May Ra hear my speech, he who calms the sunbark. May Istis defend me in the sacred hall, for my suffering is too heavy a burden to be borne by me. May it please the Necheru and repel my body's secret. Then my Ba said to me, are you not a man? Are you not alive? What do you gain by complaining about life like a man of wealth? I said, I will not go as long as this is neglected. Surely, if you run away, you will not be cared for. Every criminal says, I shall seize you. Though you are dead, your name lives. Yonder is the place of rest, the heart's goal. The west is a dwelling place, a voyage. If my Ba listens to me without malice, its heart in accord with me, it shall be happy. I shall make it reach the west, like one who is in his tomb, whose burial a survivor tends. I shall make a shelter over your corpse, so that you will make envious another Ba in weariness. I shall make a shelter, it shall not be freezing. so that you will make envious another Ba which is hot. I shall drink water at the pond over which I made shade, so that you will make envious another Ba that hungers. But if you lead me toward death in this manner, you will not find a place on which to rest in the west. Be patient, my Ba, my brother, until my heir comes, one who will make offerings, who will stand at the tomb on the day of burial, having prepared the bier of the graveyard. My Ba opened its mouth to me to answer what I had said. If you think of burial, it is heartbreak. It is the gift of tears by grieving a man. It is taking a man from his house, casting him on high ground. You will not go up to see the sun. Those who built in granite, who erected halls in excellent tombs of excellent construction, when the builders have become gods, their offering stones are desolate, as if they were the dead who died on the riverbank for lack of a survivor. The flood takes its toll, the sun also. The fishes at the water's edge talk to them. Listen to me. It is good for people to listen. Follow the feast day. Forget worry. A man plowed his plot. He loaded his harvest into a boat. He towed the freight. As his feast day approached, he saw rising the darkness of a north wind. Watching in the boat as the sun went down, he came out with his wife and children and found it on the lake, infested at night with crocodiles. When at last he sat down, he broke out saying, I do not weep for that mother, for whom there is no coming from the west for another being on earth. I grieve for her children, broken in the egg, who have seen the face of the crocodile before they have lived. A man asked for an early meal. His wife said, It is for supper. He went outdoors to a while. When he came back to the house, he was like another person. His wife beseeches him, and he does not listen to her. I opened my mouth to my Ba to answer what it had said. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than carrion smell on summer days of burning sky. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than a catch of fish on fishing days of burning sky. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than ducks smell, more than reed coverts of waterfowl. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than fishermen smell, more than the marsh pools where they fish. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than crocodiles smell, more than a shore site full of crocodiles. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than that of a wife about whom lies are told to the husband. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than that of a sturdy child who is said to belong to one who rejects him. Lo, my name reeks. Lo, more than a king's town that utters sedition behind his back. To whom shall I speak today? Brothers are mean. The friends of today do not love. To whom shall I speak today? Hearts are greedy. Everyone robs his comrade's goods. To whom shall I speak today? Kindness has perished. Insolence assaults everyone. To whom shall I speak today? One is content with evil. Goodness is cast to the ground everywhere. To whom shall I speak today? He who should enrage men by his crimes, he makes everyone laugh at his evildoing. To whom shall I speak today? Men plunder. Everyone robs his comrade. To whom shall I speak today? Brothers are mean. One goes to strangers for affection. To whom shall I speak today? Faces are blank. Everyone turns his face from his brothers. To whom shall I speak today? Hearts are greedy. No man's heart can be relied on. To whom shall I speak today? None are righteous. The land is left to evildoers. To whom shall I speak today? One lacks an intimate. One resorts to an unknown to complain. To whom shall I speak today? no one is cheerful. He with whom one walked is no more. To whom shall I speak today? I am burdened with grief for lack of an intimate. To whom shall I speak today? Wrong roams the earth and ends not. Death is before me today, like a sick man's recovery, like going outdoors after confinement. Death is before me today, like the fragrance of myrrh, like sitting under sail on a breezy day. Death is before me today, like the fragrance of lotus, like sitting on the shore of drunkenness. Death is before me today, like a well-trodden way, like a man's coming home from warfare. Death is before me today, like the clearing of the sky, as when a man delivers what he ignored. Death is before me today, like a man's longing to see his home when he has spent many years in captivity. Truly, he who is yonder will be a living Nefer, punishing the evildoer's crime. Truly, he who is yonder will stand in the sunbark, making its bounty flow to the temples. Truly, he who is yonder will be a wise man, not barred from appealing to Ra when he speaks. Then my boss said to me, "Now throw complaints on the woodpile. You, my comrade, my brother, whether you offer on the brazier, whether you bear down on life, as you say, love me here when you have set aside the West. But when it is wished that you attain the West, that your body joins the earth, I shall alight after you have become weary, and then we shall dwell together. It is finished from beginning to end, as it was found in writing."